All right, welcome back to my channel. I'm getting ready to put in this Dutch panel and these corners. I already got that one kind of all in. Well, I'm going to give this a try. See what it does. Didn't like that at all. Think it tripped the circuit. I don't know, but it did not like it. Set on 30 amps. But it did not like it. I don't know why it tripped it, but it did. I said, nope, I don't like that at all. Wonder why. Huh? Yes, it sure did. Maybe it's this stupid drop cord, huh? It ain't liking it. I wonder why. It works fine. Well, that's a 220. It says 110 on it, right? 30 amps? Maybe they're 15 amp. I guess we're not trying that today, are we? Huh. Weird that it'll work with that just fine. But it won't work with that. Wow. Try 10 amps. Better go 10 amps, I would think. Nope. I wonder why it kills it the minute. I don't know. Guess we're not doing that today, are we? There ain't no way I'm getting this all the way over there. No. Yeah, it worked fine on 220. Well, it's got an initial, but I had the initial set at 30 amps, and then I turned that all the way down too. So, it's weird. All right, so that didn't work. Suppose I need to plug this one back in, though, don't I? Of course, it's probably not going to want to reach all the way over there either. That one works fine. So that makes no sense. I'm just going to spot this in and then we'll end up, I still want to TIG it. I got a cord coming. I think it's only 30 amp, 220. Well, I figured out what was going wrong on with my TIG welder. I have ground fault plugins, and I was talking to uh, my son, and he was telling me that they he, he he's an electrician, sort of. Um, I don't think he actually considers himself an electrician anymore. But anyway, he used to work as an electrician. Let's just put it that way. And he was, I believe, licensed. But anyway, I was asking him about it. And he said that since I have this ground fault plugins in my shop, which I'm not really sure why I do, because there's no water in here, other than when the floor sweats, which is a pain in the butt. But what's happening, and the reason they would work with my plasma cutter and my MIG welder and not the TIG welder, I thought something was wrong with the TIG welder, but it switches back and forth, and I want to say it switches back because it like turns on, shuts off, turns on, shuts off. Okay. I also think it might go positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. That I'm not sure, but it does turn on. It goes. It'll be like you can have it set at 30 amps and 10 amps, 30 amps, 10 amps, and it just keeps going back and forth really fast. And he said any variance in your amps, and it'll kick those out. So the minute I'd hit it and start going with it, and then it would click to a different amp, which, like I said, that's seconds, milliseconds, just. And it's what it does is that's to help you to keep from burning through your product. So it would kick out the ground fault protector on the plugins. So I changed one of them out, and now it works fine. So that's what was going on with the TIG welder. I took and I fixed this here area. This one wasn't very bad. I still need to do some more welding on that. I've got my Dutch panel cut out. Oh, I see a dent right there. Dutchman panel. I keep calling it a Dutch panel, but it's a Dutchman panel. We got a pretty good gap over there on that other side. I also fixed this side over here. This corner is pretty much all new. I got to finish welding this in a couple spots. And I got this all taken care of. I'm probably going to end up welding this solid here. I know that I've kind of talked about it. Haven't quite decided yet, but it's getting closer and closer to the realization that that's probably what I'm going to do. I do have a pretty good gap right there. I'll figure that out in due time. Put a clamp on there though. Not a really good area to get clamped. But I definitely want that even. So there we go. Okay. I got all these ground off. I think it's pretty much set into place. Pound that down a little bit when it gets to that spot. And I am going to try to use my TIG welder to spot weld this in. See how that works. I want to get this spot welded in so that I can put it back up on the rotisserie, finish doing whichever little bit of welding I got to do on it, and then I'm going to coat the bottom of it with a clear coated rhino liner, actually, is what I'm thinking. Now, there's been a couple different things that I thought about, but I can actually mix the color of paint with it at the same time because it's a polyurethane, so I can mix the body color of it and then just coat the whole bottom with this rhino liner that's clear from what I'm understanding. So that's probably what I'm going to try to do. I'm not really sure how this is going to go, so give it a shot and see what it does. Well, to be honest with you, I think that would work just fine, but I honestly like the MIG a little bit better for that situation. Give it one more try here. I think it's that metal underneath there. Yeah, I'm not liking that at all. I do like that little welder though. It's actually pretty nice. Definitely a lot faster with the TIG, but that metal underneath there was pretty rusty, so I tried to get it the best I could. But as you can tell, I'm having problems even with the TIG. Nothing like climbing in the trunk of a car. Yeah, that rusted metal underneath there just causing all kinds of havoc. Well, I could see that I did not grind that, and I'm going to be the one to say that I ain't messing with it until I grind it. I ain't going to weld it until I grind it. So I got to get out and go grab a grinder. By the way, I bought this mask at Harbor Freight. It was their most expensive one, but I have to tell you that that thing works wonderfully. And I can see so much better with that mask. It's like night and day. I'm going to grind right next to it, right? All I got to do is go down underneath and spot weld. He's in here, but I kind of want to do a little bit of muck in here, I think, and that's pretty straight. That over there is not. So I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. All right. Well, I guess it's time to make my mind up. And I did. I'm going to TIG this, or attempt to TIG it. Well, my attempts aren't very good so far. Burn a hole in it right here. Well, it is getting better. Try it with a MIG. What the devil? It's not happy. Like, I'm not really sure what's going on there. Why is that? It acts like it's getting no. Man, am I having problems with welders lately? I can hear it coming out. Jeepers. Terrible looking weld. Terrible sounding weld. I don't get it. I did burn it in a little hot, but I still don't get it. All right, well, that was putting in the Dutchman panel. I ended up figuring out what was going on when I was trying to TIG it. I was trying to use just mild steel rod, and it was too thick, and actually my sheet panel or my sheet metal was burning through before the rod would get hot enough to melt to use as filler. That is why I ended up MIG welding it. Now I am probably going to go back over it a little bit with a TIG welder. I did get some silicone bronze filler rod, which melts a lot faster and is also got really good strength to it, but is very easy to shape. So I'm probably going to go back over it a little bit with that just to build that up in the area that I filled in. And then also I got to make a piece that there's a gap about that big between the like where the truck comes around, the truck clip comes around from the quarter panel to the actual Dutchman panel itself. And maybe I'll look to see if I could cut a piece of that off of another one. I actually got parts of another one laying here. outside the scrap pile. Maybe I'll take that and see if I can just weld that in and not have to try to make that piece. But anyway, hope you like this. But anyway, I got the car back up on the rotisserie, as you can see. I do got to flip it yet and start finishing welding on the bottom. I've been working on doing some testing on paints. Obviously this car is going to be Citron yellow. It's kind of like a Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry Coronet style video, or car video. Jesus. It's a Dirty Mary and Crazy Larry tribute, Coronet tribute. Mainly because I can't afford a charger. But so it's going to be Citron yellow and black. And I started messing around with some pearls. So I've been doing some test painting on that. Some of them turned out really well, some of them didn't. But that's why you test. But it actually started off as a friend of mine bought a pickup that was pearl white. And he says, yeah, that color would look really good if it was pearled. And I'm like, I don't know. But like I said, there's nothing original about this car. It's basically a hot rod, so why not? Works for me. So I bought some pearl pigment, and it's taken a little bit because for one, you got to mix the different pearls, and how this works is you put the base coat down, and then you put the pearl in with the clear, and then you put the clear down, and then you put clear over top of it. So it's a day process to test all these. And I've got it tested on the Citron yellow. That took probably about 3 days by the time I got everything that I wanted to get done and how I wanted it. Now I've got to go through and do the black. I've got a black pearl pigment. I've got silver diamond, pearl white. Also got a fluorescent yellow, which fluorescent yellow I used on one of them. I actually used fluorescent yellow with pearl white, fluorescent yellow with diamond, with diamond silver, and the fluorescent yellow actually made the color look too green, in my opinion. And I'll show you all that kind of stuff when I get to that video. But that video is going to be coming up. We're not ready to paint this car by any means, but it's getting close. I got to get it rollable, get it out of here. It's going to go to Dad's, and that's where we will paint it in at Dad's. All the fabrication will be done here. And then once this is out, I got to clean this shop. I mean, this shop is terrible. This car just, everything seems to be a mess. And then while it's in at Dad's, I'm going to roll the 57 in. I might do a video trying to start the 57. If you guys have any interest in that, let me know. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet or not. But roll the 57 in here, get the floor pans welded in, and then it's got to go out to the guy that's going to do the headliner and the interior. He's going to put the headliner in, but I got to get the welding done before it gets there because it I don't want the fumes from the welder getting into the headliner. So yeah, that needs to be done. So that one will be coming up also. And then I've got another car that I ended up purchasing, which I don't know why I purchased it. I don't probably need another car like I needed a hole in my head, but anyway, it's an older car, and actually my dad had one of these when he was married. It was a 46 Plymouth coupe, not the business coupe, but just a regular coupe. And Mom made him sell it when they got married. She said, okay, well, now you need to sell that hot rod. You have a family, or we need a family car. So I basically purchased that for him, and hopefully I can get that car while this car's at Dad's, and we're working on a body of that one, and the 57's in getting the headliner put in. Hopefully I can get the 46 in here, and I'll show you a video on that. I haven't even begun to think about that one too much, but I want to get that car going as well and start doing the fabrication on that. And that's all in honor of my dad. Actually, I bought it for my dad. So he's done so many cars over the years for everybody else, including me. And he helps me out tremendously. So I thought it was the least I could do. And he's pretty excited. He went with me to get it, and he didn't even know that we were going to get this car. And I told him, I said, yeah, I think I'm gonna go buy a car. And I grabbed the trailer, and off we went. And as we're driving through this neighborhood, he's like, wow, look at that. I used to own one of those. And I said, is that? And he goes, yeah. I said, well, it's for sale. Should we see? And of course, that was the car I was after. But anyway, looking forward to all that stuff coming up. I know it's been, I haven't been posting as regularly as I usually do. Hopefully I get back to that. It's just been cold and busy at work. My regular job during the winter is just unbelievably busy. So and when I mean unbelievably busy, I'm working 60 to 70 hours every week. I'm pretty much gone all week, and so it's hard to get much done. But hopefully it's starting to warm up outside. Animals aren't eating as much, so I'll have more time to work on some of the stuff and make more videos. So that's all. I'm looking forward to all that. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share it, all that kind of stuff. Love your comments. If you have a YouTube channel and you're commenting, I'm going to your channel and subscribing. I know this Mopar community is pretty close-knit community, and a lot of good guys out there. A lot of just working on this car. I've met a lot of good people buying parts and stuff. So appreciate all the support, and till next time, y'all have a good day.